Hello, Brenton with All Octane here. In this video, I'm going to open up some of the brand new Hot Wheels F-Case cars that I was able to find on the pegs. So this video is really quite late. We're already finding H-Case cars and beyond. So I just wanted to make sure I could get this on camera for you guys. They're pretty cool. So let's blast through it. I'm going to start kind of like on the bottom, work my way up to the really cool cars part of this case. We've got Rigger Motor, and it's in the Hot Wheels Art Car series. Always cool to kind of pick this car up, just the namesake, the play on the name, and again, it's kind of Hot Wheels oriented. My wife really likes the Hot Wheel. She does like Hot Wheels, but she likes the Halloween themed season, and so it's kind of cool to get this car. This one almost looks a little more Dia de los Muertos rather than Halloween, which is cool as well. Next up, we have the Mad Props, which is also awesome. I actually really do like Mad Props as a casting. It's a lot of fun. It's proportioned quite well. Kind of looks like the Red Bull series planes. Wow, planes that do the racing. And I do like Mad Props. It is pretty cool. It's got really little wheels. So, all right, next up I'm going to do the Zombot in blue. I believe I have a red one somewhere. I'm not actually going to open this one up, but it is cool because there's now a red and blue, and they look like the Rock'em Sock'em Bopper things, which kind of makes sense because that is what it is supposed to mimic, and is part of the Mattel game series. I'm going to keep the blue one off camera in terms of that because I have a red and a blue one now, and they're meant to, Rock'em Sock'em Boppers. Next up, we've got the... Actually, we'll move to the other one, the Road Bandit, which I believe is supposed to mimic again a jeepney from the Philippines. And this is again part of the art cars. Not quite sure what they're intending to spell this year. I don't really see a lot of letters, so maybe this year it's literally just about the art, which is also cool too. Not a bad thing. Let's move on to the 32 Ford, the Dos. So we've had Uno, and now we've had Dos. I don't think they'll come out with Trace because I don't think there is a Trace game. But this one's in blue. I believe Uno was in red. And then there was a Target Series Uno, which is also pretty cool. Again, this casting does not have the blower part of the engine. It has the blower part of the casting. So keep that in mind. The tires actually look really cool on this. I like these tires. Or I guess rims, we should say. Next up, we'll go ahead and move to the Fast and Furious truck. We've seen this before. I don't think this one's going to have any moving parts. These come in a particular series where they do have some moving parts where they believe this front end would pull out. This one doesn't. Again, this looks very Dodge-esque, and you can kind of see where it mimics that here right there. There's the front of the Dodge. There's the front of this one. Kind of has like a Rebel or a TRX kind of feel to it, mixed with like a little bit of a 70s, 80s-esque D100. Pretty cool truck. Speaking of that, we'll go to the 70 Dodge Power Wagon in orange. A great truck. It's always nice to add one of these to the collection. This one's got the brown wheels, Goodyear livery on the back there, and the tampos. Blue windshield, not a bad thing. I think it actually has a blue interior. I guess, yeah, dark blue interior based on the bed. It's a nice truck. We'll go ahead and then move to the Toyota off-road truck. And I believe there was a Target exclusive of this as well. Now we've got just a regular version. I might have actually opened this in the last case. I can't remember if this was a carryover. I feel like this might have been a carryover. Either way, it's a cool truck. We've got the Kia Stinger GT in red. Again, I might have opened this one up already. I feel like I've seen this car 1,000 times. So this might have been a carryover as well. Oh, I've got an error, so to speak. Looks like there's some tampo. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I'll have to go back through my videos and see if I've opened this car already. If not, I'm gonna have to pick up a second one because I don't want the Kia Stinger in red. This is like one of the most iconic colors. I don't want it to be blemished. Oh well. All right, we move on. We've got the Hot Wheels Ford Transit Connect, and this is the PPOP. I guess that's how you say that. PPOP and Sons. We've seen this livery or this a couple of times. This one's a Pest Patrol Company car. PPOP has been on a number of cars. So here we go. There it is. Pretty cool. We've got a Corvette with a 64 Corvette Stingray. And man, this one looks off-center too. I believe that is not supposed to be down. Oh, wait. Good to look at the package. It is supposed to be down that far, so it's not supposed to be centered. Good to know. Kind of looks a little bit like a Dalmatian. I know it's not, but like a little bit. So it is supposed to be offset like that. This actually is a really stunning car. In person, it's pretty cool. Almost looks a little better on camera, but it's still, in person, it's a really cool car. Next up, we have another Corvette. I'm going to bounce over to this one. We've got the 2019 ZR1 convertible. This thing is a monster. Like, it just looks very busy, but in a good way. I don't know if you all feel that way. I know Corvettes are kind of like a contested car, just like Mustangs. You either love them or you don't. I don't really mind either of them. The older I get, I'm kind of like, I mean, if somebody wants to give me one, great. I don't know if I'd specifically buy one, but at the same time, there are ones that I would buy. I'm not really biased. I would get one. So, and the ZR1 is a potent machine, and this one in Hot Wheels die-cast form is spectacular. Next up, we have the Big Air Bellaire in red. So we've seen this a couple of times. This is getting multiple store exclusive colors. It must be a very popular casting. We've seen it in gold from GameStop, and now we're going to see it, I believe, in the bluish color, a dark bluish color. I can't remember specifically off the top of my head, but it's going to be a Kroger exclusive color. So now Big Air Bellaire is taking off in terms of color castings or color variations, and it's nice to see because it's a really cool casting. So here it is in red. It's got the big old Chevrolet logo right up front. We can go ahead and move to the Subaru, and we've seen this before a couple times. This one, I believe there might have been a color swing, just a slight color swing. There's kind of a bluish one and then a more of a blackish one. I'm not entirely sure on that, but it's a cool car nonetheless. So, of course, I'll pick it up. And again, we might have seen this before. I know this is definitely a carryover to the next case. So maybe this one debuted and then it carries over to the next case. Next up, we've got a Jaguar FType in silver. I won't complain. I like it in silver. This car, I don't feel like Hot Wheels has found a color that has done it justice yet. I think that Matchbox has done it justice when they did it in that orange color. This one is still waiting, I feel like, that to get something in a color that is going to make it spectacular. The blue was really close. I really like the blue one. But silver's okay. This one looks very Aston Martin-esque, which might be because I know that this was still, they're probably all still sharing design languages from back in the day when they were owned, when Jaguar was owned by Ford. So we've got the Triumph TR6. Again, this was a Target exclusive color, which I feel like there was a lot of Target exclusives. We had all three. We've had the Triumph, we had the Toyota, and we had the 32 Ford. That's interesting. So this one's in red. This was not the Target exclusive. The Target exclusive was in black. This one has no windshield. I can't remember if this is supposed to have a windshield. This one has none. Okay, cool. So it's a pretty cool car nonetheless. Actually, this was probably my favorite rendition of it so far. It's very clean. I like when the casting is clean, and for some reason that feels very clean. So what should we move to? Let's go ahead with the Porsche. We got a 96 Porsche Carrera in green. We've seen this now in multiple colors, so it's cool to have it in another color. Just kind of nice green color. Not bad, not bad. We'll go ahead and move to the other Porsche. We've got a 89 Porsche 944 Turbo, Magnus Walker, and I believe there might be another version of the other one. I can't remember what the other Porsche he has in that set. Oh, it's cool. It's kind of like a satin blue. That's cool. I thought it was. Gold rims. This actually isn't bad. The 944 is a really cool car in my opinion, so it's nice to add this to the collection, and this one actually is really pretty cool. So there we go. Next up, we've got the Bentley 2018 Bentley Continental GT3 in BRG. And I've heard this thing is an absolute monster. I haven't watched any videos about it yet, but I know that it's going to do some sort of competition. Maybe it's not this one, but some Bentley just came out with another racing vehicle that's supposed to be really, really cool. And it's 100, I believe it might be 100 years of Bentley. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's supposed to indicate. because I know Bentley is a very old company. I really like the green on this. BRG, British Racing Green. Let's get it done. All right, we got a Mad Mike, Mazda RX3. This is not the Super Treasure Hunt. This would be the Super Treasure Hunt if you found it. Part of the F case, I believe, but I didn't find a Super Treasure Hunt. I have come across so many cases of this. I haven't actually got to unbox it off a pallet, but I have come across a bunch of, what I think are fresh cases, and I have not found it. So I tried. I didn't find one, but that's okay. I'll keep moving. And there's the RX3. So last up, probably the best of the bunch, is the Wagon Express. And I believe these are supposed to be Dectoras. I believe that's what that's called. Or this, maybe it's Wagon Express. I don't exactly know. I think it's supposed to be Wagon Express. It's new for 2021. Hopefully we'll see a bunch more of these kinds of trucks. It's very light. It's very hollow. Plastic. I think the only metal is the base, but that's not bad. And I believe this was a Ryu Asada design truck. I could be wrong. I think this was him. So it's nice to have kind of like one of the last castings that he had designed. So pretty sad. It's unfortunate, but he did give us wonderful things to remember him by, and we will definitely continue to remember him by those. So there we go. There is the Hot Wheels 2021 F-Case cars. Let me know what you guys are, which ones are your favorite, and until the next one, have a good one.